Hey there, are you tired of being cooped up in your house, feeling like you're a little bit pushed down by the world, and you need something to encourage you? Well, I have a book that might help you. It's called Love Does. It's by Bob Goff, and it's one of my favorites, and I hope that you enjoy it too. He's a Christian author, and the book can be found in the nonfiction section because it's a collection of stories that he has experienced over his life. Each of the chapters is an experience that he's had from the time he was a child through adulthood. As a college student, Bob spent 16 days in the Pacific Ocean with 5 guys and a crate of canned meat. As a father, he took his kids on a world tour to eat ice cream with heads of state. He made friends in Uganda, and they liked him so much that he became the Ugandan consul. He pursued his wife for 3 years before she even agreed to date him. His grades weren't good enough to get into law school, so he sat on a bench outside of the dean's office for 7 days until they finally let him in. Bob Goff has become something of a legend, and his friends consider him the world's best-kept secret. And I agree. This book is one that will truly inspire. It will inspire you to think about how you can show the world some love. And at a time like this, I think that's something that we all need. It's something that you can read on your own. It's something that you could read aloud with your family. Our kids listened to it as a read aloud when we were in the car on vacation when they were in high school, and they loved it. I've bought it and given it as gifts to high school graduates and college graduates, and I just think it's something that your whole family will enjoy. After you finish this one, another one that I think you might enjoy is called Everybody Always. It's written by Bob as well, and it is also available in our system. This one is one that my daughter is reading right now, and I think that you'll enjoy it as well. Have a great day, and I hope that you're able to find some joy in this world and a way to show that love does. Have a great day.
Hello, my name is Diane. I'm with the Cranberry Public Library, and today I'd like to tell you about a book I just recently read entitled An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helen Thurston. It's a short story collection full of humor, international mystery, and murder. Maud is an irascible 88-year-old Swedish woman with no family, no friends, and no qualms about a little bit of murder. Ever since her father's untimely death when she was 18, Maud has lived in the same apartment, rent-free. Now in her late 80s, she enjoys traveling the world and surfing the internet all by herself, and it's a solitary existence that she likes just the way it is. Over the course of her adventures, or misadventures, this little bold lady will handle a crisis with a local celebrity who's interested in stealing her apartment, foil the engagement of a long-ago lover, and maybe dispose of a few pesky neighbors along the way. This is a great book for fans of cozy mysteries in other countries. I really enjoyed this book, and I hope you will too.
Today, I want to tell you about a series of books I love. It's a traditional British mystery series written by Elizabeth George. The first book in the series, A Great Deliverance, introduces our 2 main characters, the handsome and charming D.I. Thomas Linley and the disheveled and irritating D.S. Barbara Havers. The 2 characters are radically different. Thomas is an aristocrat, the 8th Earl of Asherton, and Barbara has working class roots and a real distaste for those of privilege. In this debut novel, we also meet Tommy's wealthy friends in London and their cute little dachshund, Peaches. Barbara's family, including her mum, who is slowly dissolving into madness after a devastating loss. And the typically quirky British village characters like 5-year-old Bridie and her pet duck, Dougie. The story starts as a Roman Catholic priest comes from the village of Yorkshire to the London police with a request for help. He found one of his church members dead in the man's old stone barn, and he found the man's daughter Roberta sitting nearby with an axe in her lap. Roberta said, "I did it, and I'm not sorry." But Roberta has not spoken since. Why come to Scotland Yard? Well, Father Hart tells us he is upset because Roberta was immediately taken into custody by the local constable. "Why is this upsetting?" asked Barbara. "The girl is a murder suspect." But Father Hart is certain Roberta did not kill her father. Our two detectives, their boss, and probably most readers are not so sure. A Great Deliverance won the Agatha and Anthony Awards for Best First Novel. The book has a 4.05 out of 5 Goodreads rating and its own PBS series, The Inspector Lindley Mysteries. I recommend that you give A Great Deliverance a try. The book is on the shelf at Cranberry Library and in ebook format on Overdrive and Libby. When I see you next time, let me know what you think of this book and how far you've read in the Lindley series. Bye for now.
It is I, Kylo Ren, the Dark Warrior strong with the Force, leader of the First Order and student of the Supreme Leader Snoke. Not familiar with who I am? Then let me educate you. I, as one leader in the First Order, will have to impose some training, which will commence by the reading of Star Wars, Made Easy, written by Christian Blovelt. This reference book lists me as a bad guy, and I fall under the Skywalker family tree, being the son of Leia Organa and Han Solo. But can that be all? No. This book further outlines that I turn against my parents and go to the dark side to become a Knight of Ren. The First Order mandates that all students master this level understanding. Not every candidate is familiar with the light side, and this book takes its readers to journey through the Star Wars saga. If one is not familiar with the Star Wars movies, storylines, and characters, this book is the necessary tool. After mastering this material, you can choose for yourself. Do you want to be a Padawan of the Jedi or an apprentice to the dark side? Star Wars Made Easy. Read it.
Hello, it's Diane with the Cranberry Public Library again. I wanted to tell you a little bit today about a book I really enjoyed reading, and I think you will too. The book is called Red Rising. Here's the cover. It's by Pierce Brown, and it is a dystopian fiction novel. It is number 1 in the Red Rising saga. And it's about a man named Darrow, who is a member of the Reds, which is the lowest caste in a color-coded society on Mars. Darrow lives and works underground, and he and his people have been told that their sacrifice and hard work will make it possible for the surface of Mars to become hospitable for future generations. However, Darrow and his people have been betrayed because they find out that Mars has been colonized for years above ground. There are vast cities, sprawling lush parks full of animals and birds and trees and sunshine and a lot of people. So the Reds feel like they're nothing more than slaves to this decadent society. So longing for justice, Darrow decides to sacrifice everything he knows to infiltrate the legendary Institute, a training academy for society's upper crust, for the Golds, the ruling caste. Darrow will sacrifice everything and be forced to compete for his life and for the very future of civilization on Mars. This book has everything. It's got action, it's got adventure, it's got political intrigue, subterfuge, and a love story too, all set in space. What's not to like? If you're a fan of Brandon Sanderson or James S.A. Corey, Lev Grossman, or even Suzanne Collins and the Hunger Games, you will enjoy this book. As I said, it's a saga. There are 6 books so far. It's still in process, and it's also been made into a graphic novel. So if you enjoy graphic novels, you're set there. I really enjoyed it. I hope you will too. Thanks for listening. Happy reading.